The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Haynes. Good morning.
Good morning, my bro, Rickey Smiley. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Congratulations. Reverend Jackson has done so much for our people with that organization.
He really has.
You take it over. I know you're excited about it.
I really am, man. And you know I can't wait to work with you because you are about that civil rights life, Rickey. So thank you.
Yes, sir. And I know you got a good word this morning.
Hey, thank you so much. Listen, Reverend Jesse Jackson is an icon. He is phenomenal. And one of the things that he has taught us that when life comes at you with craziness and conflict and all kinds of stupid stuff, when you find yourself in a crisis, after you've done all you can, here's what you do. Just stand. Of course, that's Donnie McClurkin and his powerful song, Stand. And in that song, he talks about the fact that there are times when we find ourselves with our backs against the wall. There are times when we find ourselves going through the storms of suffering. And the question is, what do you do? Donnie McClurkin says you've got one responsibility, and that is to stand. Why? Because when you stand, first of all, you make up your mind. I'm not going to give up. I refuse to throw in the towel. I refuse to believe that what I am going through is going to be the end of me. I'm going to stand. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to surrender. I'm going to stand. After you've done all you can, stand. Why? Because you have a mindset that refuses to give up. And I've discovered that when you have a mindset that refuses to give up, it is because you are empowered by looking up. Listen, after you've done all you can, stand, refuse to give up, and make sure that you look up, because Donnie McClurkin lets us know that when you've done your part, God will do God's part. When you stand, God will stand with you. God will stand for you. God will do for you what you can't do for yourself. I've discovered while I'm trying to figure stuff out, that's when God goes to working things out. And so here's what you do. After you've done all you can, please just stand. Don't give up. Look up and watch God come through. After you've done all you can, please stand.
Oh, man, that's a good word, Pastor Haynes. Thank you for that, man. I'm so glad that you picked this song right here. Let everybody know how you can be reached and how can they hear your sermon.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can check out my sermons on my YouTube channel, Frederick Haynes, as well as the friendshipwest.org website, and I am on Instagram at FHUnscripted.
All right, there it is, y'all. Here we go. Here's Stand right here by Donnie McClurkin and Pastor Haynes. Thank you, man. Love you.
Love you, Rickey. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
13 minutes after the top of the hour. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Front page is going down. Good morning, Maria Moore.
Good morning. The front page is being brought to you by Secret Dry Spray. Clinical antiperspirant gives you 72-hour odor protection against sweat caused by stress, heat, and activity. Secret has your back, and it works. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Tuesday news. Hoover, Alabama police are combing through evidence in the disappearance of Carly Nicole Russell after she was returned home alive and safe on Saturday night. In a Facebook post, Carly's boyfriend confirmed that she was indeed kidnapped and fought for her life. Talitha Russell, Carly's mother, commented on her daughter's disappearance, saying the family is asking for privacy and plans to speak in the near future. In other news, Tierra Allen, a 29-year-old social media influencer and truck driver from Houston, Texas, has been stuck in a Dubai jail for months after being detained for screaming at a man in public. Tierra's mom, Tina Baxter, told Fox 26 that her daughter yelled at a man working at a car rental facility. That was after being denied access to her personal belongings following a car accident. So far, neither the U.S. Embassy in the UAE nor Dubai authorities have commented on the case. Lastly, I know you heard about this. The Powerball jackpot is now at an estimated $1 billion after there was no winning ticket for last night's drawing. The new jackpot for Wednesday's drawing would be the third highest in U.S. history and will keep growing until someone wins. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers are your champions of the NBA Summer League. They went 6-0. Does that mean that the Cavs will win the NBA title next season? Absolutely not. But does that mean that the Cavaliers have some young gunners to help continue to improve the franchise over the next few years? Absolutely. So it is. Congratulations to the Cavs Summer League team right there. Shaquille O'Neal was drowning in a pool at a resort in Hawaii, and a group of kids rescued him. And, of course, Big Shaq was just joking around, having fun with the kids, man. So he was in the pool, and he kind of went underwater and, like, screaming for help. And all the kids rushed to his savior, and they brought him to the side of the pool, man. That's Shaq just being Shaq. Last but not least, man, the number 2 overall pick of the 2023 NBA draft, Brandon Miller out of Alabama, had a chance to sit down with his favorite player, Paul George. And PG made Brandon feel very welcome to the league, man, and said, listen, use me as your mentor, as your big brother, and whatever you need, I'm here for you, and all that kind of good stuff, man. So it's always good to see the veterans reach back to the young ones coming into the league and just show them that love right there. It's my quick sports report right there. Gary with the team. What's up, Mike?
All right, y'all. Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods, y'all know we talked about this recently, but they're saying they have reunited, honey, after being estranged for more than 4 years. Now, according to the Daily Mail, they captured the pictures of the pair, honey, having dinner in Los Angeles. Now, the former besties parted ways 4 years ago after Khloe Kardashian's baby daddy, Tristan Thompson, kissed Miss Jordan, honey, at a party. Now, Jordan faced a lot of hate online until she went on Red Table Talk and revealed that she did not sleep with Tristan and that she immediately apologized to Khloe via phone and text, honey. So they say, honey, never forget when Kim, honey, Courtney, and Khloe bullied and harassed Jordan Woods, honey, but took Tristan back, honey, in 5 minutes. So they say, okay, Miss Khloe, you did this girl dirty, but your baby daddy here had another baby on you. But you took him back, though. But anyway, they're saying they're back together again as friends. And I don't think I would be back friends with him, honey. I would just let that go, honey. Girl, we good, honey. I'm good, honey. She got her new boyfriend and doing wonderful things for herself. So the hell with it. That's what I said. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is plastic. On the high end, you say plastic, and on the low end, you say beautiful pink. That's your color for today. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
29 minutes before the top of the hour. Hot Spot is brought to you by...
Don't settle for bumps, ingrowns, and itch due to dry skin. Venus for pubic hair and skin is the only razor and regimen specifically designed for your pubic area. Explore the full collection at GilletteVenus.com. Good morning, Latoya Luckett.
Good morning. I'm your girl, Latoya Luckett, sitting in for my girl, the Brat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Well, it looks like our girl, Tiana Taylor, is lending a helping hand to yet another celebrity. On Monday, she revealed that she has teamed up with Lil Baby, y'all, and will serve as his creative director and co-producer for his upcoming It's Only Us tour. She wrote, He say it's only us. I say it's only up from here. Thank you for trusting me to creative direct and co-produce the IOU tour. Woo! You definitely in good hands with one hell of a village. And I can't wait for the world to see how much fun we have with this. It's Only Us tour coming to a city near you. This year, our girl Tiana Taylor has worked as creative director for several artists, including Summer Walker, Lotto, and Lola Brooke. In other news, well, Chris Brown is ready to clean up this mess once and for all, y'all. As previously reported, he was sued after one of his dogs allegedly attacked a former housekeeper. Now, he's asking a California judge to require a mandatory mental examination for the woman named Patricia, who could take about 8 hours. If you didn't know, Patricia and her sister were hired by Chris Brown to maintain his home weekly under the guise that, as you know, his pets remain on one part of the property while they completed their shifts. However, the women claimed that upon going into the backyard to empty a vacuum, Chris Brown's shepherd hopped on top of one of the women and ripped 3 to 4 inches of skin off her arm and bit into the other areas of her body as well. Wow. Due to her injuries, due to her injuries, she said that, she's had to have a couple of surgeries. Patricia and her sister are claiming that this incident has brought on severe panic attacks from the incident. She ultimately filed a lawsuit for damages due to emotional distress, as did her sister, who's also seeking $71 million from Brown.
Oh, man.
Brown accused the ladies of provoking the dog when they supposedly mistreated the animal. His lawyer wrote in a statement that the ladies invited the injuries, now complained of, and knew her foregoing conduct might cause the dog to attack her. Earlier this month, Jane Doe documented in court proceedings that Brown and his security destroyed evidence and fled the scene. I'm Latoya Luckett, and that was the hot spot.
Man. So, wait a minute. So, she destroyed the cameras? Because I'm sure he's got surveillance all over the place.
Yeah, it's basically, they're saying that they destroyed some of the evidence and tampered with it, and it's a whole,
Wow. They're probably going to settle out of court for some smaller amount.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he ain't going to get him $70 million.
But you never know. But Latoya, quickly, I read somewhere, I think, did you know if Tiana going to be cooking in Lil Baby's restaurant?
You know what? I feel like Tiana could do all things. I've never had none of her cooking, but I am so excited because I love seafood, and I know he has a brand new seafood restaurant in Atlanta, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm trying to get me some crab legs. I don't know about y'all.
Tiana's been
and
having
that
a
line
great
was
year.
long. I'll stand in it now.
Mm-hmm. She's been having a great year, man, so kudos to her. She doing
flowers
her thing.
to her. We have to give her flowers because she has been cutting up in so many different ways, from a stylist to a performer, a mom, got to give her shout out, a wife, all the things. Tiana is killing it.
Already. Latoya Luckett, appreciate that hot spot, mine.
No problem.
Coming up next, a pastor got busted in a hotel. Details next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
17 minutes before the top of the hour, Special K, what you got coming up next, Pimp?
Oh, man, bro. Pastor, sometimes you got to dip in that plate and pay what you weigh. Because now you in a whole situation. That's coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 13 minutes before the top of the hour, Special K. Holla at us, man. What you got, Mike?
All right, so Rock T, Latoya, y'all ready for this? Gary, Maria, everybody. So apparently, here's the story of this pastor, an unidentified pastor from an unidentified church from an unidentified city to protect the innocent, or in this case, maybe the guilty. Now, apparently, this pastor has been seeking out the pleasures, let's just say, of a person who specializes in providing pleasure in exchange for currency. You follow me?
Yepper.
So, now apparently, this has been a regular situation that's been taking place on a regular schedule. Now, from the exchange that we're going to hear, there's a fairly clear understanding of what this arrangement is. So let's listen to the audio.
Where you going, Joe?
Get me off this damn.
You ain't paid me my money. You ain't paid me my money. I'll get you on camera when you give me my money. 15 minutes, 125. You know the drill. How many times a week we done, Joe? Pay me my money or get a divorce. Which one is gonna be?
Give me off the
3-4 times a week he here, y'all.
I gave you $200 last time.
And you got $200 worth of pleasure the last time, too.
Let me pay you when I get home.
No. You ain't gave me nothing extra. You got extras. I'm sorry. No. 15 minutes, 125. 125. You know the rates.
Man.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But the video, he looked like, what is it, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, where the man got his whole head covered up.
He did a great job of
he covered up his whole
his face.
and then he had them big old pants on. It was clipped in the back. Did you see them big old pants?
Because he's a pastor in this unidentified city. And when she said, pay me my money or get a divorce, this video is going to your wife if you don't pay me my money. My $125 for those 15 minutes.
$125 for 15 minutes.
He paid $200 last time.
So he said that he felt like he still had some credit from the last time where he paid $200, but maybe he went longer than 15 minutes. See, Latoya, you got to take that into account too.
Is that like the rollover plan, like your cell minutes?
Pretty much.
That's what you would think. Rollover in more ways than one. Yeah. So
was he a Baptist pastor or a bishop?
I would say just based on the situation, I would say I would go Baptist. I would definitely vote Baptist. Definitely ain't no Methodist preacher doing this. But now, okay, I want to see if anybody else heard what I heard though. Okay, so first off, it sounded like the pastor genuinely miscalculated what he had on hand as far as currency goes, all right? And he wanted to make some sort of a payment arrangement, which I can sympathize with that. I can understand. He said, hey, look, I got you, but let's kind of, give me some grace here. So, but the service provider ain't interested in that. Now, if you listen closely, I heard something that maybe nobody else heard. Can we just hear just a little bit of that real quick? A little bit of that audio.
Where you going, Joe?
Get me off this damn.
You ain't paid me my money. You ain't paid me my money. I'll get you on camera when you give me my money. 15 minutes, 125. You know the drill. How many times a week we up, Joe? Pay me my money or get a divorce. Which one is gonna be?
Okay.
3-4 times a week he hear y'all.
Okay.
I'm thinking that she's an alto.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a she.
She's an alto.
It's not a she.
Deep.
I'm not sure if that's a she.
It's not a she.
It's not.
That's what I was wondering initially.
I was wondering if anybody else heard that.
Yeah.
No, that's not a she.
Maybe she smoked.
No.
Okay.
It could be that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it was your pastor and it wasn't a she, does that make the story just a little bit more scandalous?
He's still doing something he ain't got no business doing. That's what it all comes down to.
No, but the person was doing the Lord's work, so for the pastor.
The service provider.
Yes.
I love how you gave that title, service provider.
Well, it is early in the morning.
Okay.
I want to be, I want to be appropriate. I don't want to be
you
unnecessarily graphic. And we have company, Latoya Luckett. I want to be classy.
Listen.
She's a classy girl.
I'm here for all the things.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Ling long, ling long, ling long.
Gary,
that was creative.
Interesting. What you got coming up next, Gary?
All right, coming up, y'all, Peter Thomas, honey, baby. He is speaking out regarding his ex-wife, Cynthia. I'm going to tell you what he had to say next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
4 minutes after the top of the hour, Gary's Tea is brought to you by...
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC. Gary, what's up with that T?
All right, good morning, Special K. Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Peter Thomas is speaking out, y'all. We remember Peter Thomas, y'all, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, the wonderful husband of Miss Cynthia Bailey. Well, Peter speaking out, he spoke recently, y'all, on the episode of Carlos King's podcast, and he said, y'all, he admitted, honey, that he took 15% of Cynthia's paycheck after she paid the household bills. He said he got 15% of it. A lot of people saying, well, there was nothing wrong with that because, they said he was on the show and stuff and what have you, and they said that, he had the right to do that, but, they said, people was like, but why would you come out and say something like that, about your wife and you taking 15% of it?
I don't think he took it. I think she let him have it. Maybe she gave it to him.
Was it like a management agreement or something?
Maybe that's what it sounds like. It's usually like a 10-15%.
If it's a percentage.
No, I don't know what it was, but honey, he spoke out and said so, and a lot of women was like, wait a damn minute, honey. Would y'all, Maria, you're married, and Latoya, you're married. Would y'all let y'all husband take 15% of your check? Oh, I'm sorry, divorce.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Latoya. Look, correct in error. but would y'all do that though? I mean, if you love your husband, that would be nice. It's like a stipend because he is on the show, and they would say that they don't pay the spouses, the husbands and stuff on these shows. So, that would be nice.
It could have been a tax situation, possibly. I don't know.
I don't know what it
I
was.
don't look at it like that. I just feel. Yeah.
Go ahead, honey.
Yeah.
But I think, but he shouldn't say he took it though. But honey, nevertheless, honey, he ain't getting it now, honey, because she ain't got nothing to give him, honey.
And why is he bringing it up now?
Thank you. That's what I want to know. So, but anyway, he talking about it. And he said, honey, that, hey, that's what he did. So congratulations, Peter. Some people say they hope he took that money and paid the taxes on those restaurants he got there. Always in and out. Oh, sorry. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Ray Janae Carter, baby, she is calling out YouTube, baby, for suppressing her videos. Now, they said over the weekend, Miss Ray Janae Carter announced that, honey, she was leaving Atlanta and moving to Los Angeles. Now, they're saying Ray Janae, honey, she's a budding YouTuber, and she's calling out the platform, y'all, for putting restrictions on the video, honey, of her big announcement, because, she made the announcement that she's leaving Atlanta and stuff and what have you. But I'm like, does these people... what you call them, streamers or YouTubers or whatever they are? I mean, can they do that? Because a lot of people you hear complain about saying how you put stuff out there and these people are change it around or do different things.
Well, you have to understand how to negotiate, how to work your way through with the algorithm and all that. And sometimes the content you post gets you flagged or whatever. Like, you really got to know what you're doing to maximize.
And she still has a lot of
YouTube
power
situation.
as an influencer and as an actress. She's actually a pretty good actress. I've seen her in several of her projects. So, I think she's going to do really well out in LA. And I think she's doing such a great job of just really owning her own identity and not riding on her parents' coattail. She's been doing really good. So
yeah. And in my
shout
final
out to
story,
Latoya, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, in my final story, this is a very sad story, y'all, and I normally wouldn't report this, but anyway, it's very interesting. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the owner of a conservative radio station in Tennessee, y'all, is catching heat, honey, for comparing White House Press Secretary Ms. Karen Jean-Pierre to buckwheat. Isn't that something? They're saying that Del Kennedy is the co-host of a radio station, and they compare Ms. Jean-Pierre to buckwheat during a recent discussion about gender-affirming care for children. Now, President Biden has come, both he and, oh my God, this is what they said. President Biden has come, both he and buckwheat Jean-Pierre have come out and in favor of a national law allowing minors without the consent of their parents to have gender-changing procedures. Now, they're saying that this is very, very much, how can these people even do so? Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Because, racists are going to racist, and, we just...
You talking about that beautiful press secretary?
Yeah, she's the White House press secretary.
Yeah.
But she should just ignore it because he couldn't pay for her lunch probably, so... It is what it is.
That's ridiculous. It's amazing how people can still say anything they want to say and stuff, and nothing is said
mean,
about it.
You know where we live. You know what this is.
Yeah, well,
she ain't tripping on him. She don't. He ain't nowhere on her radar. He's a local talk show host.
Meanwhile, he looked like a foot.
Okay. All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day, y'all, is plastic. On the high end, you say plastic, and on the low end, you say beautiful pink. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the 2. We got your wake-up calls coming up next, man. So y'all hit us up, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. It's time to wake some of your people up. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
My name is Stan. I'm calling from Concord, North Carolina. I want to wake up all truck drivers.
Good morning. This is Eunice calling from Deltona. I want to give a wake-up call to my brothers, Adrian, Jamal, Alvin, my sister Sean, Ava, Janina, Jamira. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is Vicky calling from Cleveland, and I just want to wake up everybody that's on summer vacation. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Rosie from Miami Gardens, Carroll City. I like to wake up Janaya, Anita, Vanessa, Natasha. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
When you at Richmond, wake up. In Little Rock, wake up. Hey, Tulsa, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Flint, wake up. In Toledo, wake up. Des Moines, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Already, man, 22 minutes after the top of the hour, the prank phone calls. I'm sorry, right, the wake-up calls was brought to you by...
Listen to the Undressing Room podcast presented by Macy's featuring L'Oreal. Log on to the undressingroompod.com for access to her personal Macy's shopping page. The Undressing Room podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you there, Gary. We got a funny prank phone call coming up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hello?
Hello, may I speak to Pam, please?
It's Pam.
Natasha Breer, is that your daughter?
Yeah.
And Yakisha?
Mm-hmm.
Now, which one of the children having problems with their pants sagging at school?
They don't want them because they don't do that. Who is this?
I'm calling from the Independent School District. Okay, now which one that had problems with their pants?
Now, one of them, who is this?
I'm one of the counselors at the school, and I'm trying to help some of the parents to better parent their children and grandchildren. With those pants hanging down, he is a bad example for younger students, and we don't think he should be allowed to come back.
Let me tell you something. First of all, you don't know me.
Well, it ain't no need to get upset. That's what's wrong with us black people. We don't communicate.
I communicate, but you woke me the fuck up. And I'm not feeling well.
Well, why are you asleep this time of day?
Because I'm 52 years old and I'm grown. I don't know who put you up to call here. But whoever did that, they going to make you get cussed the f***.
And I got a bad temper, and I don't want to get upset because...
I don't give a f*** if you got upset or not. Don't call me with this shit, okay?
Well, what church you belongs to?
What the hell do that got to do with it?
Well, why is you cussing like that?
Because you woke me the f*** up.
Can you drink your Red Bull and stay on the phone?
I don't drink no damn Red Bull.
Let me pray for you.
No, let me pray for your ass. Let me pray for you before I do a drive-by with my bower. Go to hell, okay?
Give me your address. I'm going to come by.
You got all of that. You got all of that. Look, you give me your name. How come you sound like a damn man?
This is comedian Rickey Smiley.
Oh, hell.
12 minutes before the top of the hour. Chicken and waffle mix on fire. Oh, John Lion Sound. What's up, big dog?
I'm good, man. You don't know just a Tuesday turn up mix, man. Of course, you make hit me up on the gram at JAH Lion Sound.
Appreciate you pimping. Another light skinned homie doing this thing real big. Coming to work, being responsible. Black Tony, I already know it's you, dog.
Boy, I tell you what, boy. It's too much out here. It's too much out here. Y'all harassing me right now. Y'all really harassing me right now. Trying to get me kind of work. I told you yesterday I'm trying to build this record label. I'm trying to get my music out though. I'm trying to get folks on. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Victoria, you know. I'm trying to put her on something right now. Something big.
Why you ain't at work, baby?
Victoria, I got something big for you, baby.
Well, first of all, get her name right. It's Latoya Luckett.
Latoya, capital T.
Yeah, I said I know who you is. You was you was in the group with Candy. No, I know who you is. Listen, you and Candy, what's his name?
Escape, baby. That's Escape.
Yeah, you was. That ain't you.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, she was in the other group with
Destiny's Child,
giving her something he could feel and
That's in vogue.
Oh, hold up. All right, look. Victoria, listen up. I'm trying to put you on right now because I really believe I looked you up and I really believe you got what it takes. Yeah, I looked you up. You got what it takes out there. And look, I got a project going on right now. This the first project for the record label. We doing a big song. I'm talking about a big song. They're going to have a bunch of folks on it, show. I'm talking about, I got Monica locked in. I got Trey Songz, Trinidad James, Kurt Franklin, 2 Chainz, Glorilla, Trick Daddy, Tank, Fantasia, Boy the Men, Lil Kim, Jaheim, Lil Webby, Yolanda Adams, Mary J. Blige, The Baby, Albie, Sure, and Nicki Minaj. Shout out, all we need is you on there. It's gonna be like We Are the World. It's gonna be like we are the world. We're trying to do something for the children.
Okay, with Lil Baby and Yolanda Adams. Okay, got it.
Don't you got children?
I got 2, yup. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. We trying to do something for the children. Tell them to put the gun down. And, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want your children out there smoking weed and picking up guns.
My babies are 2 and 4 years old. They not picking up nothing but some apple juice at this point.
It ain't. You don't know what they're into, Shawty. You just assuming that. You don't know what they're into.
They in the cocoa melon, baby.
I'm just saying, we got to save the children, sorry. Victoria, we got to save these little children.
First, you got to save my name in your phone or in your memory. It's Latoya.
Baby girl, I want you to get down. Okay, Latoya, look, I want you to get down with the group. It's going to be you and Monica. You're going to be standing right next to Trey Songz and Trinidad James and 2 Chainz.
You know, let me just call Monica and make sure she locked in. If I could, matter of fact, I'll call Teasy. I'll call Tank and get him on the phone just to confirm.
And we got T.I. and Tiny. They're going to be on there, too.
I'll call them, too, just to make sure, because I want to make sure I ain't just getting myself into anything. You know what I'm saying?
We got to save these children. Latoya, we got to save these children.
So
if we don't step up and do it, who going to save these children?
So that's what you working on. That's what you're working on right now.
Since I'm working so hard on that, can I just come in tomorrow?
Go ahead, dog. Go ahead and take the day off, dog. You good?
All right, I appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
I'm tired of eating that barbecue from up the street. Where they give you more sauce than they give you meat. Well, bring your big ass down to Bruh's Barbecue, 15837 South Crenshaw Boulevard. That's right off Manchester. Bruh's Barbecue tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Don't it, Willie?
Yeah, boy. Hey, mama.
What the hell you want, Willie? Every one location, so it's me and you.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
4 minutes after the top of the hour, Gary's Messy Tea is brought to you by
the Cincinnati Music Festival, presented by P&G, is back this July 20th through 22nd, featuring Snoop Dogg, Jill Scott, and more. There will also be P&G brand experiences you don't want to miss. Visit cincymusicfestival.com to get your tickets today. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Latoya Luckett. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Keke Palmer, baby. They say this girl served up a healthy heaping of talent this weekend, honey, at a Washington, D.C. festival, y'all. But they said the gag, honey, is her performance might have come with some side of shade, honey. Now, we all know Keke and her little man, honey, Mr. Derek's been falling out or whatever. But they're saying Saturday, honey, they said the new mom hit the stage at D.C.'s annual Broccoli City Festival, honey, at the RFK Stadium. And Keke looked amazing out there, saying that the Big Boss 29 donned a high ponytail styled by Miss Tamika Gibson for the occasion and a sleek Sergio Hudson outfit styled by Seth Chernoff. And, you know, everybody's saying how wonderful she looked, honey. They say, honey, her look wasn't the only thing that grabbed the fans' attention. They were saying, honey, there's some of that little shade because she changed the lyrics to her song Bossy. And they say it sounds like she sent some shade to her Panani Press baby daddy, Mr. Darius Jackson. You know, I'm kind of, you know, I guess this is going to be over with eventually, though, honey. I mean, because, I mean, Latoya, I mean, would you want your man to...
baby. They got a new baby. The focus needs to be on raising that little one. I hate this guy kind of out of control. You know what I mean? I hate it was brought to social media. But I want that baby to get the attention. And, you know, baby just got here. We don't need to be focusing on anything else.
Well, one thing y'all women need to train y'all baby dads to shut up, honey. If you're performing on stage, you're looking a certain way, honey, and we wouldn't have these problems.
Oh, not train them.
Well, y'all need to train them.
Good luck.
Y'all need to, you know, do something, honey. I mean, you know, we will be talking about baby Leo, honey, had that daddy Darius wouldn't have made some stupid remark, honey, and said something about it. Yeah, you know, so.
I thought he regretted coming to social media with it. I guess everybody was like, you just should have sent the text.
Exactly. He should have waited till she got home, honey, and say, Keke, now you know, Usher, honey, he loved the ladies, and I just felt a little intimidated with you being downstage with him, and you know, everything would have been all right. And that's just confess, honey. Confession is good for the soul. Let the world know that you had a little intimidation because he's a trainer and Usher's an entertainer, and the money is different.
That's healthy for a relationship. Just communicate how it made you feel and keep it moving.
If he had had his house under control, she would have never left out of there with her booty cheeks out.
Yeah, but
that was on him in the first place. He should have had his house in control before she left out of there.
Yeah, but he couldn't control his house when it's her house.
Even when it's her house, it's your house. If you the man, it's your house. I don't care who paid for it.
You're the man, honey. You're visiting my house.
I wish she would tell me.
Well, I tell you what, she did what she had to do, and honey, he's on out, and now he's looking for somewhere to live, honey. So congratulations, Keke girl. Keep doing what you're doing, honey. All right, moving on in other celebrity news. I mean, now, Latoya, this is, you know, you're a Hollywood starlet. And I need you to help me out with this story. You know, I talked about it earlier, and I need some reiteration. Now, Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods. Now, you know, they had a friendship once upon a time. We all know about it, and they broke up their friendship because allegedly Tristan kissed Little Miss Woods, and all the Kardashian Jenner family attacked her. Now they all back friends, or they try to be back friends 4 years later. Would you take that friendship back, or would you just say, the hell with her, I'm good?
Well, they just had lunch. I think it was, you know, them talking things through. Probably at the time when everything happened, they were both too emotional, and they couldn't have the conversation that, 4 years later, they can have now. So I think it's healthy to have conversation. Like, it's hard to just shut down a friendship. I know it made it even harder because they were all on social media and people got their opinions involved, but they had a real friendship before this. So I feel like it's healthy to have a conversation. If you go in a chapter, if the season's up, okay, fine. But I'm glad that they were able to sit down and have lunch.
Okay,
I know you
Maria,
don't agree. I know you don't agree.
Gary don't like that answer.
I know you don't.
Maria.
But you know, they had to be. Yeah, they had to be really good friends because TMZ said they were meeting privately for a whole year before they allowed themselves to be seen in public together. So they must have had a really deep bond to say, let's just meet in secret. I love you that much. I still want to stay connected with you. And now finally, after we've been secretly meeting.
They who? Who been meeting?
Kylie and Jordan. So, but my thing is this though, and Latoya, you said I won't agree, but this was my thing was this was her sister's problem. This was Chloe's problem. This was not Kylie's problem.
But they
and I don't think Kylie should. Your family, I don't give a damn. My thing is this though, Kylie knew her brother-in-law alleged was a whoremonger. Look how he had another baby on Chloe, and you still sitting here fighting her battles and stuff. You gonna stop being friends with your friend because your sister had a man that was a whoremonger and out there messing with all these different women and stuff. Now you want to cry 4 years later. Let's get back together. What did Maya Angelou say? Let's quote it. When people show you who they are, believe them. And so, honey, she should believe, honey, Kylie, honey, that's her family and stuff like that. But I'm sorry. You can't choose you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family, which I understand that. But I just feel so bad for Jordan. Jordan got her a new man now, honey. He seems to love her and stuff. She's a fool to be back friends with Kylie, because before you know it, Kylie gonna be in the bed with him, allegedly. Because you know how that family does. You know how that damn family does. Look at poor Black China. Black China couldn't keep Tiger for a day. Because who had him? Kylie. Nah. No, but so
you feel better?
So I don't like. I feel better now. Now I digress.
So that one out.
He is in his bag for that one, Chuck.
You connected the dots, though.
Yes.
He did.
So, honey, honey, let's not sit here and play, the Jenners, they friends and all this stuff. No, ma'am, I wouldn't have no damn meal with a girl. How I say, girl, how y'all say it? Deuces? Deuces. And that's that. Deuces. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today is plastic. On the high end, you say plastic, and on the low end, you say beautiful pink. That's your color for today. So, Latoya, don't get back friends with them.
Don't put me in it.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
23 minutes after the top of the hour, What's Trending is brought to you by...
Listen to Small Doses with Amanda Seales, where she welcomes rapper Big Sean. In this episode, Big Sean talks about his new journey of fatherhood and the importance of maintaining your mental health. To listen, go to urban1podcast.com or wherever you get podcasts.
All right, so today in What's Trending, we are talking about social media addiction. It is very real. As y'all know, social media is a powerful way to stay connected to your loved ones, get the latest on news, and much more. According to a study done by Empower Wellness, 68% of all African Americans are addicted to some sort of social media. So today's question is, are you or someone you know addicted to social media, and what is the impact on other areas of life?
Well, oftentimes when using social media networking sites, people can get a dopamine rush through the validation they receive from likes and positive comments on their posts. This constant stream of dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, can cause social media users to constantly visit these sites and, continue feeling those positive sensations.
So now, once you've reached the point where your social media or internet use interferes with your daily life, it might signify a serious issue. And here's some of the warning signs that it may include: having the urge to check your social media accounts constantly, which I think, some of us do that a lot. Problems in your personal life as a result of social media or the internet. Negative impacts on your physical or mental health and emotional well-being. Eating, sleeping, and using the bathroom with your phone.
That part.
Yeah. Trying to cut back on it or stop and being unable to experiencing physical or mental discomfort when not using social media, replacing hobbies and other activities you enjoy with social media usage, using social media in unsafe conditions like driving, walking across the street. Oh, yeah, and I see that all the time. I was just looking at some celebrities. They were all together as a family, and one of the persons was just looking down on their telephone, honey. So that's like, And experiencing one or more of the above warning signs and refusing to cut back on your use of social media. So
yeah, it's crazy when you're driving down the road, you just look over into the next car and they just staring at their phone. Like, really? It's crazy, man. So
that's dangerous.
What's trending?
I do everything you listed.
Yeah.
You guilty of all that, Kay?
Every single one of them.
The first step is admittance.
Yeah.
Got a little issue.
Yes, indeed. So the what's trending question is, are you or someone you know addicted to social media, and what is the impact on other areas of your life? We're going to go to the phone lines, man. 866-9-Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Good morning.
My name is Darnell. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. My wife acts always on that phone, constantly impacting our marriage, impacting our friendship, impacting our communication, period.
My name is Carla. I'm calling from Louisiana. I've been affected by social media. My relationship was, he said that I spent too much time on Facebook, that social media was my life. He didn't want to be around anyone that thought social media was real.
Okay, my name is Larry. I'm calling from Laurel, Maryland. And every person under the age of 30 is addicted to social media because they tell all their business.
Yeah, my name is Stacy, and I'm calling from Texas. And I've been affected by social media because by my job, I stay on it all day and try to get 8 hours worth of work done in an hour because I've been back and forth on social media all day.
My name is Renata. I'm calling from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I ended up getting a divorce, and that's where I saw my wife cheating. And I learned that at that time she was cheating with another woman, another married woman, for over a year and a half.
Man. So how much time do y'all spend on social media every day? Now, we ain't talking about as an entrepreneur making money and building your brand. I'm talking about just literally just scrolling, being in other people's business.
I'm glad you said that because as an influencer, entertainer, like I feel like I gotta stay in the know and I gotta post at certain times, but I did have a little moment when my daughter was like, "Can you put that phone down?" She's 4 years old.
Yeah,
and she gonna tell me. So I was like, okay, obviously I need to chill on this.
Yeah,
so I put a pause on it.
Yeah, I had to tell my kids, listen, man, leave the phone over there. It's time to eat dinner. Don't bring the phone to the table. You going to the bathroom, why you taking your phone with you? You going, like, everywhere you go, you got to have that doggone phone. Just set it down and then go take care of your stuff. Enjoy your meal, your food. Then you go back to it or whatever, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I also think that you need to be mindful about creating so much of a livelihood that relies on social media, because when you do that, you're going to be stuck on it. So I know for me, like, I'm always finding ways to invest in other things so that my life in the future doesn't rely so heavily on social media, because where we're going with AI and technology and streaming, it's almost like you have to be there to stay connected. So I think that's really important to consider as well, especially for these influencers. And, these young kids are making real money on social media, so it's hard to tell them to stay off of it.
Yeah. Have y'all seen that picture, though? How your neck going to look if you keep looking down at your phone?
Those rounded shoulders.
Yep. See, that is what's like, oh, no, we're not going to be out here with, like, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I even talked to an eye doctor, Latoya, she said that because we're looking at our screens, that reduces our blink rate. And so it affects our vision. Like, you can get dry eye because your eyes are open and you're not blinking as much when you're looking at your screen.
That's
There's
so
so
true.
many
I looked
medical
at my
implications.
Kids. My kids watching their iPads, they do not blink. I read that. Well, on social media, I saw it on
The irony, right?
On social media. But I learned about the no blink thing with the kids, and they said to watch your kids when they're on their iPads, while even watching their shows, because they don't blink. And I looked at my two, and I'm like, y'all really ain't blinking.
Ain't blinking.
Yeah.
Oh my! But isn't that nice though? Because most people say, "Look me straight in the eyes." So if they looking you straight in the eyes, they're not blinking. At least they telling the truth. So,
nah, that ain't good.
Or in a trance.
Yeah, they're in a trance. I don't like that.
Man, I got on the elevator the other day. About 4 other people was on there, and everybody was looking at their phones. Didn't nobody speak, say hello, how you doing? Nothing.
Well, that's cute because I don't want to speak to you neither. So
Stay off of TikTok when you're trying to go to sleep, because when them dancing videos and folks be dancing doing them, you be up to like, man, it's 3:45.
What kind of dancing, Special K?
What you watching,
man? It be the girls. They be doing the little dances, and they always having a little. Or it be the nurses, and they having them little tight little scrubs. They be doing the little twerk video.
What's your wife be doing while you doing that, dog?
I have no idea. I don't even know. I be so deep into
hoping you fall asleep and stop breathing.
I don't even know if she in the room. I don't know. I look up. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. It's 3:45. I'm still on TikTok.
Listen, man, if y'all weren't able to get in on this topic, check us out on RickySmileyMorningShow.com, or you can hit us up on social media. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Jeff Johnson got 3 things that you need to know. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 15 minutes before the top of the hour. Y'all welcome to the show, our brother from another mother, Jeffrey Johnson. What up there, Jeff?
Man, what's up, brother? You know what, man? You never called me Jeffrey.
Hey, man. I always call you Jeffrey.
Jeff Johnson, good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
Everything's good, man. You know we got our amazing Latoya Luckett sitting in on the show as well.
Hey, Latoya, man, I feel deprived now that I'm not there because, when do you get to sit with Latoya Luckett? But no, seriously. So I'm upset, y'all, in a real way. You all know what the Gathering Spot is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Gathering Spot started in Atlanta 7 years ago, the largest membership club in Atlanta. After 5 years, they were doing upwards of $5 million in profit, carrying no debt. But bigger than the success of the business is they created a community in Atlanta of black entrepreneurs, black influencers, those that wanted a safe space to not only do meetings, but to come together and do events. And what the Gathering Spot built was incredibly special. In the last 3 years, they've expanded to Los Angeles, to D.C. first, then Los Angeles. They've got presence in Chicago. They've got presence in some other cities. And people called it the Black Soho House, but it was bigger than that because any of us that have been to Soho House know that there's a little performity of being part of the cool kids. The Gathering Spot is about, are you part of the culture as a business owner, as an influencer, as a thinker, as a elected official? And a lot of people celebrated when Greenwood acquired, aligned with, came together with the Gathering Spot, 2 black businesses that were coming together to create a greater alliance. But as the internet has seen in the last 48 hours, this alliance doesn't seem to be a great one. And so there are a couple of things that are happening. Those that are part of this community know that one of the co-founders of the community was literally let go in the name of budget cuts, or in the name of alignment. I don't know how you let go of a co-founder when you want to maintain the integrity of a community unless that co-founder has done something wrong. And there's no indication that this brother has done anything wrong. Ryan and TK, who are the co-founders of the Gathering Spot, are not only brilliant brothers, but they have integrity. They care about the culture. They want to provide a community that's safe and powerful, and they believe in black business. And so what I see happening from Greenwood, who after letting go of one of the co-founders hired a white CFO, and let's be clear here, y'all. Like, there are different kinds of white people. There are white people that have been part of the culture, that are not tourists, that aren't appropriationists, if that's a word, are not just trying to do business with our community, but are part of our community. And I'm going to tell y'all right now that the guy that they hired as CFO, that Greenwood put as head of CFO, the Gathering Spot, is not that guy. They have, from what I've heard, allegedly removed all reporting power of the staff of all of the locations of the Gathering Spot from Ryan and given it to this white CFO. Why is this important? One, because this is black-on-black crime at a community level. Greenwood claim they represent being a black bank, and a black bank that wants to drive black empowerment. But this is not a reflection of that. And I really wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this or not, because it is black-on-black crime, and I want to see all of us win. But at some point, we got to be accountable. And so my hope is that the leadership of Greenwood would do the right thing. This has been in litigation, for those of you that don't know, since February, because the full sale of the Gathering Spot to Greenwood hasn't been paid for. And the folks that Gathering Spot have filed suit to get that payment. So this is a mess. And it's indicative in some cases of what we see in our community, too many places, where we should be able to build alliances of power. But for whatever reason, we find some of the smallest things to get in our way, where the enemy don't have to do anything to bring us down. We're bringing us down ourselves. And so I want to echo some of what I've heard in social, that I'm standing with the Gathering Spot. I'm standing with the Gathering Spot community. I hope that Greenwood will come to the table and be reasonable, because there's more losses to come if that doesn't happen. And so support the Gathering Spot where you can. I know that there are people right now talking about removing their memberships until this thing gets made right. But we don't have the luxury in this day and time, with all of the attacks on us, with the attacks on DEI, with the attacks on equity and policy, with elected officials that want to take away our rights versus see them increase. We don't have the luxury, y'all, of fighting each other in a city that's supposed to represent us doing business the right way. That's what I got for y'all. Appreciate y'all letting me share this. Let's end black-on-black crime. And Greenwood, y'all team, get it together, you all. Come to the table. Make this thing right before it's too late.
Man, always bringing the business, Jeff. How can people follow you on social media?
Y'all can hit me on Jeff's Nation on IG if you want to, and would love to hear from you. Man, appreciate you.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all give it up for Jeff Johnson. Woo! We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
What's up? Get it up! Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it.
Right there, right there. That's the best part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day. And it goes a little something like this.
Yes, top of the hour that time. We're going to play this song. It's going to stay in your head all day. On behalf of our sister, Latoya Luckett, sitting in for the Briggity Tiggity Tack.
Say my name, say my name.
Let's go, baby. Down. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 3 minutes after the top of the hour. Uh-oh. We got Mr. Thomas going to be checking in with us next. Y'all get ready for this one. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 9 minutes after the top of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, always happy to announce Mr. Thomas back on the show, man. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good morning.
You're not doing too good, but can you say hi to Latoya Luckett this morning? She's on the show sitting in for the brat.
Hey, Latoya, good morning.
Hey, Mr. Thomas. Hey.
Oh, that lifted your spirit real fast.
Yeah, sure, because I might need your help. I'm not doing too good. Young lady told me she was on the way last night, never showed up. I took that rhino pill from the gas station. So she said she was coming, but never showed. She never showed. Rocky, I had to sleep on my back. Because I couldn't sleep on my stomach.
No.
So I called my doctor. She said I need, the only way to help somebody, I need somebody to stop by here this morning. If God laid it on your heart, you can stop on by and Latoya or somebody, because and I ain't got
what she's here for, Mr.
Thomas. He ain't laid it on my heart.
I ain't been to the stove, so I ain't got much for no breakfast, but I got an orange on the table. Cut that. I got a piece of pound cake.
Mr.
repass
Thomas.
last Saturday. It's just a little piece of plastic. And
I don't think Latoya's here for that. Definitely.
Peanut brittle.
Ain't nobody here for that.
So some prune juice, and so I got some peanut brittle, piece of pound cake. You cut that orange. You eat oranges? I got an orange.
You might need to use that orange, Mr. Thomas.
Make some orange
Wait,
juice.
hold on.
Think about girls' trip.
Yeah, hey,
Grapefruit.
they used grapefruit. He might use,
Step on my stomach. I've been poked the hole through the bed.
I can send somebody over there. I know some folks now.
Oh man!
So sign up for that.
So, Mr. Thomas,
God laid it on you.
You pitched the tent, right?
Yeah, Lord. I'm sitting on the
Look like
porch.
Universal Circus in
Hang
your
on,
room.
Rhino Pill.
On the
Gas
porch
station.
right now because I wait outside. We ain't even got to go in the house. We be on the porch together. I got a screened-in porch, and I got an orange on the table if you want to cut that and eat that. And I got a piece of pound cake from the repass.
She said no like 6
Hold
times.
on,
Hold on, Mr. Thomas. So
it's a firm no.
It's warm.
Yeah,
I got
not even a
peanut
consideration
brittle on the table.
So Special
I
K.
don't know that.
Hold on, Mr. Thomas. Special K. How long does it wear off? How long he got before it wear off?
You need to drink a lot of water. You need to drink a lot of water and take an ibuprofen.
My doctor said you have memory loss sometimes, and I forgot why I took it now. I forgot why I took it. So,
just drink water, man.
Drink water, put some peanut. I might go cut that orange, get some peanut brittle.
I think it's got you a little. I think it's got you a little woozy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You got a headache, Mr. Thomas?
Real dizzy. And hopefully there's, because normally I got a mailman, but I hope there's a mail lady today. Hope it's a mail lady.
Well, I don't know if she's gonna be down for that because she got work to do. She on the clock.
Shoot, I got work to do as well. I got a whole lot.
You got about $40. I know some folks now.
$40. Yeah, I forgot. I got some change.
I can make a call for you.
Please
give me the address.
I ain't got no more blood in my head. I'm real dizzy. I feel like it's getting dark early in the morning. I think I don't know how much longer I got. Latoya, how far away from here? Where you at?
I am far.
How many times does she have to say?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Latoya. Latoya, you say you was
stay out of this.
This
is not no.
No.
Latoya, I feel like some cement has done dried up.
I see you're in a predicament. I am so sorry about that.
I mean, it's like a sidewalk is there. Part is a major highway right now.
What does he think this is?
Dried up. Cement has
Oh.
dried up.
Got you a diving board.
That sounds like a personal problem.
You know how when cement get dry.
Mr. Thomas, cash at me $40 and I got you.
All right,
somebody your way.
I'm pushing that right now. Sending these $40. Yeah,
send me the address. I got somebody for you.
Look at this as a love offering.
You ain't real particular on looks, are you?
Yeah, I don't even care if she's a beautiful gorilla, silverback gorilla. I'm gonna go ahead and sow this seed right now.
So, Mr. Thomas,
right now.
It sounds like you got to take your own advice, man, and stop taking them drugs, man. You want to sing your song to yourself?
Yeah, please put that on, baby. That may bring the blood back to my head. Put that on, right?
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
24 minutes after the top of the hour, front page is brought to you by nobody. Maria, what's happening?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Tuesday news. Hoover, Alabama police are still investigating the 48-hour disappearance of Carly Nicole Russell. Now, Carly's parents appeared on Today just an hour ago to discuss the disappearance. Here's what they had to say about their daughter's experience.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
But she made it back to you.
She made it back.
Yeah, it was a very emotional interview, and they said that that's pretty much all they're going to say at this time as police continue to investigate. In other news, the Georgia Supreme Court has dismissed Donald Trump's bid to throw out evidence in the Fulton County criminal probe into his attempts to overturn the 2020 election defeat in Georgia. The court said in a 5-page opinion on Monday that Trump did not demonstrate extraordinary circumstances that would require their intervention at this time. Shifting to weather, and we feel this heat. Heat warnings have been issued for more than 100 million Americans across the U.S. Widespread record heat will stretch from the West Coast with temperatures as high as 118 degrees. Dallas is expected to hit 107 degrees, and temperatures will be in the mid-90s in most of the southern states. Lastly, the Powerball jackpot is estimated at $1 billion after there was no winning ticket for last night's drawing. The new jackpot for Wednesday's drawing would be the third highest in U.S. history and will keep growing until someone wins. Maybe that will be one of us. What y'all think? I hope it's me.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, I mean, we need to put out.
I just need a little corner of that. I just need a little corner. I can
make something happen with 100,000, but we'll see what happens and see who is lucky enough to win $1 billion. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Y'all feel free to jump in on this first story, man. Former Olympic track star Lolo Jones recently said being a 40-year-old virgin has killed her love life. She previously said that her virginity was going to be a gift for her husband, but nobody really wants her.
That ain't no gift.
What?
Really?
That's a gift if you're 19. I'm a grown man. No grown man want to deal with that.
Maria, Latoya, what y'all think?
You better come with a few miles on that thing.
Say, man, a few miles. Wow.
Listen, man, this is a serious situation with her.
I'm serious. Don't nobody want to deal with that.
Well, but there's some men out there that feel like I don't want nothing, someone that someone else has had before. So it goes both
19
ways.
or 20.
Yeah, but I mean, we in a new day and time. She could always find her another beautiful woman and be friends. And
any woman that's a 40-year-old virgin got some other issues going on that ain't no man trying to deal with. I'm just gonna put it out
props
there.
to her for practicing restraint for all of those years. Because
that ain't restraint.
They gonna talk down on us if we done had everybody. So I mean, what?
No, but
you can't win.
Listen,
exactly.
Listen, you need to come with that thing broke in.
Say, man, hold on. All right.
Want some miles
Let's shift gears, man.
Did Rock T not say Maria and Latoya? Your opinion was not solicited for this question,
I'm a man.
sir.
She looking for a man. She better get a man opinion.
You're a married man, so we don't want your opinion.
All right, so
what's next, Rock?
We're going to shift gears to Zion Williamson's alleged ex-flame, Mariah Mills, has another message for the world regarding Zion.
Every time I come on the internet, people are bashing me because of this man, literally, and I'm tired of it. He knows, he said he's going to send me $62,000. I have yet to receive that since June. I'm literally here. Like, he's literally a liar. You guys, everything he says, he's a liar. He's not who he says he is. I literally been saving face. I did not want to come to the world and let you guys know what he has been doing to me my entire relationship with him. He is a woman beater, and the NBA needs to know this.
Oh, come on.
I literally did not want to come to this because I know he has so many endorsements. But Zion Williamson is a woman beater.
Cue to cry.
And the reason he was paying me off is so I won't come to the world and tell everybody.
The only reason we know her is because she brought herself on the internet.
Literally.
Ain't nobody go looking for her.
We
Because
need to
literally.
pray, though. I feel bad. Zion Williams, he did that woman dirty.
Allegedly.
That's a serious
Allegedly.
allegation to call someone a woman beater.
serious.
No, seriously though, if you don't
better
have
come with some
evidence,
receipts.
yeah, you don't do that. I mean, if you got beef with him and you want to check, then find
Get an
another way to
attorney.
navigate. Yeah, get an attorney, but don't do
Because
that.
it ain't nobody that you crying
But
to
he
that can help
lied
you.
to her. He promised her $62,000.
We don't know that.
But we don't
know
need
that.
to know
Well, we
that.
don't
That's
know he
not our
didn't.
business.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
between
out
the
there, Latoya,
lawyers
though.
and the NBA and him and her and stuff like that. I just be like, y'all, look, when you come out and you get on the internet and you say certain things and there's allegations, like handle it with an attorney. Like, we don't need to know all of that because our opinions, half the time don't even matter. But if it's a serious matter like that, then it needs to be handled seriously. And when you come on social media, it kind of waters that down. I'm trying to say it nicely, and I don't want something that probably happened to her or didn't happen to her to be watered down or made fun of if it's serious like that.
She need to
hire
get an
attorney.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, but
man.
suppose she can't afford an attorney. He haven't gave her the $62,000 he promised her.
Okay, well, look.
Some
you
attorneys
don't know
will
that he
work for free
promised her that.
until. Yeah, some attorneys will work,
Those
do the
pro
work.
bono
and then-
ones are not good.
Well, it's a shot in the dark. It's better than getting on your page. This ain't
thought about that before she laid down and
I'm crying. I say.
I'm not
Roxy
crying.
been having these messy sports reports lately.
Man,
I thought we was going to talk about a game.
I
and
just
here
reported, man.
No, sports reporters want to be T-pores and T-pores want to be sports reporters.
Right, because all
I
of Gary's stories been talking about sports.
I guess the
going
sports
on?
genius don't talk about them. Somebody does.
This felt like some guaranteed.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
Already, man. Hotspot is brought to you by...
Tune into the Black Health 365 podcast where we discuss healthcare disparities within the Black community. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning, Latoya.
Good morning. I'm Latoya Luckett, sitting in for my girl and new mommy, the Brat. And this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more, y'all. Well, Trey Songz has asked a judge to throw out a lawsuit against him after he was accused of sexual assault. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, Songz and his legal team demand that the 2021 case brought by Jahara Jeffries, I'm making sure I say that right, be dismissed. Jeffries claims the singer penetrated her at a New Year's Eve party back in 2018. Jeffries also claimed that he tried to pay her $200,000 to lie about it. However, a witness for Songz, Mariah Thielen, accused Jeffries' lawyer of offering her between $100K to $200K to lie to paint him as the next R. Kelly.
Okay, so this wasn't obviously bumped up against you and rubbed.
No, she say penetrated. That's what she had said.
So
That's
you got to remove some items for that to happen.
Yeah, this is a real sticky situation. Recently, Songz has been hit with several sexual assault lawsuits. We will keep you up to date on this for sure. Now, in petty news, Drake and 21 Savage must still feel a certain way about Anna Wintour and Vogue coming off the heels of their nasty lawsuit. Well, while they on tour, y'all. And they started using what appears to be an ugly visual of the fashion giant while on the road. Not only did Drake post the not so appealing AI-generated image, I hope y'all seen it, of a woman with Anna's signature haircut and sunglasses on his Instagram earlier this week. She's also been popping up in visuals on It's a Blur tour with 21 Savage. In fact, during the pair's performance of Jimmy Cook's, the apparent Anna double shows up opening her mouth to reveal some pretty conflicting teeth. While neither Drake or 21 have come out and officially said the image is supposed to be a representation of Anna, it's hard to see anything otherwise.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got to see the picture for yourself. I'm your girl, Latoya Luckett, and that's what's hot.
Appreciate that. Y'all give it up for Latoya. Man, up next, man, we talk to licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up, man. Let's go. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is Talk It Out Tuesday, man. You already know. Please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring to the show. What up, Yanetta? What's happening, man?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
So look, let's get right into it, man. Today we talking about social media addiction, and I was surprised to see that statistics show 68% of all African Americans are addicted to some form of social media. Can we talk about why?
Isn't that wild? I was surprised to see it too. So I'm gonna lead with a disclaimer, right? Because I know a lot of us use social. As a disclaimer, if you feel a little defensive about this information that we're looking into, know that we're not trying to make drastic changes in your life without you being able to get support. This information is just to inform you. So I wanted to lead with that because I was surprised to see the numbers too. But as I looked into it, I can understand why, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Most Black and brown cultures, we're more communal and community oriented, right? Which means we look at ourselves through the lens of we, like, kind of like don't make us all look bad. Or, we kind of look at ourselves like as a collective.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we conceptualize, that's how we consume the world. This is why I have a little bit of problems with these statistics sometimes, because I think sometimes they measure our behavior without considering our culture. For the sake of this topic, it's good to understand like what an addiction or what a social media addiction is. A social media addiction is a behavioral addiction. When somebody is like dependent on an action or activity, they feel like an extreme compulsion to log on. They feel overly concerned about social media and they spend a lot of time on it. So just kind of thinking about some of these things and seeing if you find yourself within this, because social media addiction is like a spectrum. So it's not like, either I'm addicted or I'm not addicted. You got to be able to find yourself like kind of in the middle of that. It kind of taps into how we naturally function, especially as Black and brown people. So it can meet some of our basic needs, whether they be superficial needs or whether they be genuine needs. So I think it's important to kind of look at all those factors as we're getting into social media addiction.
Hey, Yanetta, how you doing? It's Latoya Luckett here.
Hey.
So, of course, we want to know, how does social media addiction impact our mental health?
Yeah, so this is a good one. I want y'all to think about 2 Ds, right? So double Ds, dopamine and disassociation. Y'all to remember those, because social media platforms, they activate the same reaction in your brain as gambling or recreational drugs. So everybody's on their phone and it's normalized, but we don't really understand like what it's doing to our brain. So when we like engage in pleasurable activities, our brain releases a hormone called dopamine. And this is responsible for like feelings of pleasure. So when a person receives a social media notification, a like, a retweet, a comment, that dopamine increases in our brain. So it's like taking a hit. And before you know it, your brain is seeking more and more of this reaction and more of this validation. The next D is dissociation. And this is basically a form of like checking out. So people who've experienced a lot of trauma kind of experience a lot of dissociation as well. And that's when things things become too comfortable or overwhelming, our body and our brain naturally like checks out. So social media is a really good way of checking out and stabilizing when we're experiencing things that are overwhelming or boring, or we're in spaces that are uncomfortable.
So, so once you've reached the point where your social media or internet use interferes with your daily life, so it might signify a serious issue. That's what they were saying. So some of the social media addiction warning signs include like what? Having the urge to check your social media accounts constantly, like some of the things you were just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Like everybody just really paying attention. Like how often do you pick up your phone and just look at social media without even thinking about it? Like there's no purpose, nothing going on. It's just like a natural reaction. Before you know it, you spent time on like hours or, minutes on social or gotten lost in social media. So really looking at, do I have a compulsion to check my phone? Do I feel uncomfortable if my phone isn't right here? Am I making excuses as to why I can't be off of social? So they say like denial is like that first part of like getting through addiction, is being able to accept, hey, I do got something going on here. Another way to look at it is like, are you using social during sleep hours? So is it like the first thing you do when you wake up, or the last thing you do before you go to sleep? And are you having some kind of conflict with people in your life because of your social media use? Those are kind of some good indicators to see that you may have something, worth looking into.
We're talking to licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Now, it's them doggone algorithms, man, that be getting us, because
they get you.
They learn your content. They learn the content that you like, and then every time your timeline, all that, they just flood your timeline with all that kind of content. You just be scrolling, be going to the next and the next and the next.
Yeah, very intentional, very intentional. It's like a dope dealer, right? They're producing dopamine, so they have to provide something to keep us hooked, to keep us locked in, so it is very intentional. So that's why we have to be very intentional about how we use it, because the creators of it, it's designed to keep us, to keep our attention.
There it is, man. Well, of course, as always, this Talk It Out Tuesday segment is not meant to take the place of going to actual therapy, but it is a start. So how can people find you, locate you, get in touch with you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, so as always, you can go to my website, YanettaSpring.com. You can order my self-care workbook, or you can follow me on all social platforms at Yanetta Spring, the Groundbreaking Therapist.
Pimping. Give it up for Yanetta Spring. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.